Previously on the next Internet Millionaire.
Once again, we'll start the day with our HackerSafe Immunity Challenge.
The task of creating a blog proved to be more difficult for some than others, but there was one who stood out above the rest.
Our HackerSafe Immunity Challenge is won today by Mr. Charles Tripp.
After that, it was time to learn about branding from Internet marketing expert Armin Morin.
What's the first thing that you see on Google? The logo. Okay, if you go to eBay, on the upper left-hand corner, what's the first thing you see? eBay, which is the what? The logo. If you go to Amazon, on the upper left-hand corner, what do you see? The logo.
Armed with their newfound knowledge, our contestants went to work designing a new logo for the next Internet Millionaire. While both teams put forth a good effort, one logo was clearly the winner.
And that's why ultimately, the winner of this challenge is the Bullseye Group.
In the judgment room, Laura and Steve joined Debbie and Carly in the sandbox, where they would await their time to prove themselves worthy of re-entering the competition. Stay tuned to find out if they'll seize the opportunity, or if they'll continue their downward spiral toward elimination from the next Internet Millionaire.
Third day in, and it feels like 3 weeks. You know, we've been going 14 hours a day. We got home from the set at 3 o'clock in the morning. We slept for 4 hours. I look like I slept for 4 hours. I'm back. So I got a little bit of shakes today. So this is quite an experience. It's like boot camp.
We started the day with a HackerSafe Immunity Challenge that would test the contestants' ability to read their competition.
When I saw that poker table, I didn't want to get my hopes up. I was pretty excited. I was moving my game.
Good morning, contestants.
Good morning.
How's everybody feeling?
Yeah.
Is the game on?
Game on. Huh?
Today's task is going to test your ability to manage risk. It's very important in any business to know your opponent, to read them, to determine what their next move is.
I've never really played poker at all. I've watched it a couple times on TV with a friend or something, and maybe played once or twice. But that was it, and we didn't even play for money. It was just because of the game.
With that said, let's play cards.
The challenge of playing poker, especially with people who aren't familiar with playing poker, is you have to not be so aggressive because they don't know what they're playing. They'll bet on anything, so they just might hit their card.
Alessandre was the first to fold, followed by Nico. With many of the contenders playing poker for the first time, it would be interesting to see how it would turn out.
Blue. Is it black? Because they don't want to.
The flop provided Christine with a pair of jacks, but no help at all for the other 4 contestants.
What? That is 2.
Both Charles and Jamie folded, with Thor on the fence for a moment before joining them. No, big It's called a turn.
Action's on you.
The turn proved to be no help for Christine or Big Jason.
That's 3. Get one more card up. No, that's 3.
You either call the 3, raise, or fold.
And with that, the river card was a 10 of spades. If Christine stayed in, she would win the hand.
Okay, she calls, so show up. 9. Spare jacks takes it.
Yeah, Christine.
I like poker.
No, you wouldn't.
A lot of chips.
I'm all in.
Ooh.
Okay. And he has enough chips.
Jason Marshall going all in.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
What are you doing? It's just called buying the fun. Look deep into his eyes.
So my strategy, because I was playing with a table full of people who didn't necessarily play poker all the time, was to not be aggressive and sort of just see what happened a few hands.
TK.
Whoever wins this thing, stop.
We're gonna make a big comeback. Hurry.
Okay, I got a 10. So you got some figuring to do.
Just kidding.
Yours is holding up right now. You have
This is it, guys, all the marbles.
Paired up, so
There it
you
is.
have the best highs.
Queens. In one fell swoop, Jason Marshall took the lead as Big Jason, Christine, and Jamie were dismissed from the table. Christine, Jamie, you may leave the table.
When you play on a regular basis, you're trying to read other people, and if it's a more experienced player, you can rely more on the consistency of their betting. Like they bet for a reason, they raise for a reason, they check or fold.
Let's go all in. Jason Marshall's big gamble paid off, but would his luck hold up?
Call. Good. Alright, call. Okay. Okay, so we're
Nico moved all in with a solid hand. Thor went all in, and with very little to lose, was followed by Jason. And while uncertain at first, Charles showed he was willing to risk all of his chips.
You cannot bluff at all when you're playing against people who aren't sure what they're playing with, because they will not be intimidated by you betting big. They will simply call you, and so if you don't have any good hands, it wouldn't be a wise decision.
I get all. You get this right here. Get that first. And that
So I thought I played well because my decision was, let's just play tighter, more conservative, and if you get the good hand, then I'll just push.
With that, Alasan decided it was time to make her move.
Then turn them up. King 3. That's King Jack.
Whoa.
I open for diamonds.
One, just two.
Wow.
Jack still thinks that you're gonna draw.
Looking for that 6.
Diamond.
Diamonds.
There. Oh!
Oh man! Woo! Good move. That's the second time now that's been the.
I felt so totally confident. Like I had no reservations, no fear, no nothing. I mean, that's my game. That's what I play. That's my passion. So I was totally comfortable and just very excited.
Last hand.
Last hand.
All in.
I'll go all in.
Well, then you go ahead.
Okay, we got everybody all in on the last hand.
During the game, I ended up being the chip leader, and massively the chip leader. Nico and Allison worked their way back, and we were the last 3 left. All I had to do was just fold and walk away. Of course, both of them went all in. I thought, well, there's no way with the amount of chips that I had that I could possibly lose.
There's a 7.
There's 7s. 2 pair.
2 pair.
Give me Jack.
7, 8, 9, 10, Jack. Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Wins the hand.
Came down to the last card, and then when they calculated the chips, because I didn't realize how much Allison had because I wasn't looking at her, and all her went to Nico. So he ended up winning the thing, and I took second.
Congratulations. Jason, you let down your guard. You had this game, and you lost sight of it. And because of that, the winner of this immunity challenge is Nico.
I feel bad for Jason, but he's a great sport because all he had to do was fold the last hand and he would have won the table. But he was trying to make it exciting and he did, and it made it more exciting for me.
Good job, Nick.
We will present you with the Hacker Safe immunity shirt, which you may put on, wear for the rest of the day. You are immune and cannot be eliminated from the competition today. Thank you. Congratulations. And you also take the entire pot, 8 e-commerce chips. Let's hear it for Nico.
I think I might have been first if Nico had not rivered me, but I'm happy that he got it, and it was a fair game, and I just had fun playing.
Allison was good, and she almost took me out a couple of times. We had a lot of fun. We're glad that we played Texas Hold'em today because we won the Hacker Safe Immunity Award. Look, Hacker Safe. What that means is I can learn today and enjoy the day and compete, but I'll be here tomorrow, definitely.
Gotta learn from your mistakes. It's game time now. I've already debriefed myself, so I can't let that eat me up, but I need to go forward into the next challenge, and I lost my immunity today. But it just makes me work that much harder on the challenge today, so bring it on.
After the game, the contestants were prepared to go all in to discover the strategies of a product launch superstar. We're privileged to have with us today another superstar of internet marketing. He is responsible for orchestrating over $60 million in product launches on the internet. And you're going to learn from him today some of the tricks, strategies, and secrets of exactly how he does it. So please join me in welcoming to the next Internet Millionaire platform, Mr. Jeff Walker.
So we're going to talk about product launches. What's a joint venture without a product launch? It's a good idea that's not executed, right? I mean, this is really the reality is when you do that joint venture, well, a joint venture is all about getting people to take action, to move on that, and that's all about your promotion. And the best way to do that, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion, have made a lot of money, is through a product launch. Now, frankly, I often don't talk about launches in the internet marketing niche because a lot of people think that's all this is for. But I'm going to show you examples where it's absolutely not. And here's a very critical thing to remember about product launches. No proof, no launch. Got that? No proof, no launch. There's a lot of things we're doing in this process, in this launch process. But one of the things it does is it gives us a lot of opportunity to prove to people that whatever you're selling them actually works.
I've learned so much in the last 3 days. You know, I've been to marketing conferences before, and you learn some, but you know, they give you a little bit and then it's a pitch fest. Then they want you to buy the product. Here, you get the meat of the product, and then, you know, with our challenges, we're actually getting a workshop, and it's just so much more effective.
A lot of times people think a product launch is a big, you know, it's just one big, why would you do all that work just to make like one quick pile of money? Well, I'll tell you what, if you make a quick $1 million, it's pretty cool. But you know, the reality is you got to be strategic, and it goes way beyond that quick pop. AdSense templates. Joel ran a lot of people through AdSense templates. Tons and tons of people bought that product. Well, there's a little checkbox there, right? Okay, you just bought a whole bunch of templates. Do you want to keep on getting more templates? Basically, at $100 a month, at $100 a month. Now I'm already, you know, I have a habit of putting people on the spotlight when they ask me to come and speak, but so we're not going to talk about his numbers, but a lot of people pay Joel $100 a month. I mean, you know how fast that adds up? That's like every 10 people, that's another $1,000 a month you're making. You're starting to see how this can go just beyond one big payday?
As Jeff was talking about the products that he has and what they do and the methodology he uses to put together a product launch. I mean, literally, when I get home after this competition, after I win it, hopefully, I have a product launch to do. And I thought I had it all planned out. It was going to go great. And I'm looking at all the stuff I know now, and I'm saying, this product launch This Schrock Desk product launch is not going to be nearly what it could possibly be unless I implement this stuff.
And it is time for our execution challenge of the day. As you know, there are currently 4 people in the sandbox: Debbie, Carly, Laura, and Steve. All 4 of you are currently targeted for elimination. If you don't win this task today, 3 of you are going home tonight. You are going to have one opportunity today to get back in the game. And you are now a team. In fact, your name is the Sandbox Team. Bullseye Group, you've got 1 extra player. So, KISS, it is now your time to select who you would like to choose from the Bullseye Group to join you so the teams will be even.
Jason Marshall.
Jason Marshall, trading teams again.
The KISS team got to pull another person off of the Bullseye team, which was the new team that I was on, and they pulled me over. So I was on the KISS team again. I felt good because I've worked with that team before, so we did kind of know each other. So it was an okay move. I didn't feel bad about it at all.
Okay, it is time to choose team captains. Sandbox team, who is your team leader? Steve, you're going to need a shovel because there's an awful lot of digging that you're going to need to do to get your team out of the sandbox. Bullseye Group. Christine is the team leader. KISS. LSN. Today's execution challenge concentrates on real estate. And to help with this task today, I've invited my realtor to join us. His name is Win Washley. He is one of the top realtors in all of Colorado. He's with a company called The Group Inc. They are a leader in this industry. We're going to apply the product launch skills and theories that you learned today as we go on location to a home in Loveland that has been on the market for some time. You will then have to give a presentation of no more than 10 minutes with a budget of $1,000 that will demonstrate your product launch strategy to get this house sold in 30 days or less. All right, teams, we are on the location at the home. This is the home of Bill and Cindy Corbett. You'll have 45 minutes. You may ask questions of myself, of Jeff Walker, of Heather Vale, or of Win Washley, and we want you to put together a presentation that is going to help relaunch the sale of this home in 30 days or less. Okay, no further questions. Your 45 minutes begins now. Bill and Cindy's home was an architectural masterpiece, eager to find a new owner who would appreciate its unique beauty and artistry.
They tried showing everything different in the house. What I suggest is that we create a suspense, a mystery about this house. And promote it without showing one thing about it. And then when we launch it on the internet, then we show what a gorgeous place it is, but not until then.
State reasons why haven't they made it offer?
Typically, it's floor plan more than anything. And they love the location. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous, and it's unique. And people have to work harder to get their arms around something that's unique.
You find all those people who are diffuse, but yet targeted to what this has to offer. Exactly. Also in the design world.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what I was thinking, not even focusing on the real estate niche.
So basically what you're saying is that the target buyer list that we're trying to find is not necessarily the type that's looking for real estate, but more what you're saying, which is maybe our target is the outdoor.
Or design.
The home was truly unlike any I'd ever seen.
Okay, this is hold on, no wonder why it's not selling. You need the freaking bedroom down the hall. I think maybe we should ask. Yeah, I need some more questions. Yeah, I think we should try and leave him out of it. And then sit down there, like, who feels afraid. He's like, how, you know. I left my stuff outside.
I'm not so sure about Laura. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that every single time she gets up on the stage, she does better and better, I mean, I could potentially see Joel saying, you know, you can stay, because each and every time she gets better, she gets more confident, and she participates. So I could see them keeping her.
Do you guys do a lot of entertaining here? Do you have parties and lots of people over.
Yes.
What's an average size gathering?
So we had 130 people just wandering through up and down throughout the day. I had been here a couple of times, yes, and loved the house.
With Christine the other day, she kind of took the credit for the headline and the copy, which was actually mine. So I don't know why I didn't speak up, because at the time I should have. So maybe watch out for Christine.
You know, you can always ask questions about number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, that sort of thing, but that doesn't make a difference. People, about 80% of the purchase decision, I think, is based off what I call the clinical term wow. How does someone feel when they walk into the house? Do they go, wow, I can see myself living here?
Good strategy for like marketing, like building a story, trying to like gather what it's going to do at the marketing something to really utilize what we learned today. I think that'd be really effective since people don't like being told.
It's good if they can tell the story and connect with the buy emotion. Why? That's what they need. What they want. So it's going to be interesting to see if the Sandbox team can tell a story that is going to pull people into purchasing this home.
So who would want to live here and why? Well, the whole like paradise, live your dream, that kind of thing. Because it's like a dream setting, you know. But when you say paradise, don't you think of like beaches and palm trees?
Yeah, but we're trying to sell it. Go ahead.
Want to do paradise when you walk in?
Yeah,
Did you guys see this? Yeah, the ladder up, you can climb up in the wall. Yeah. You see this?
Remember the story where he said the reason he bought the house is he'd been a guest here.
Yeah,
He was a friend of the owner, he'd been a guest.
That's a good point.
You have to be here for a period of time to appreciate it.
If we can get all those people here, and we can have a nice party that's going to be fun. There's like door prizes that people can win just for coming, even if they don't intend to buy the house. But what's going to happen is if we can then redesign this marketing message and then relaunch the product with a new marketing message, those people will go out and talk to their friends, and even if they're not going to buy this house. Yeah.
All right, you guys spent 45 minutes in this home. You've had an opportunity to speak with Bill and Cindy, with Wynn, Jeff Walker, Heather Vale, and myself. Are you ready to put together a presentation that is going to move this house in 30 days or less? Yep. Fantastic. Cindy, thank you so much for allowing us in. Bill, appreciate it. Okay, we're going to head back to the complex, and you'll begin working.
We had a general idea when we left the house what we wanted to do, and we kept trying to put it together in the van, but I'm kind of deaf in one ear, so when I talk, I tend to talk a little louder than I probably should, so it was difficult for us to do any planning with the other teams right there with us in the van. So when we got back, it was just a matter of putting the pieces together, and it gelled really quickly, really nicely, and everybody used their skills and contributed all at the same time.
In creating this art show, we invite the artists to come out and see the house?
No, we JV with the gallery owners because they're the ones with the list. We need a list.
Timing here is very important. One of the biggest sculpture shows in the world is in August. So if we schedule the event shortly after that, besides the art galleries hitting the list, we can be out in the public with press releases at the show. The location of the show is even real close to the house. It's right on the other side of Lake Ludlow, which is 5 miles from the house.
So the incentive would just be, allowing them to have a venue.
Right. We'd be nice guys by giving them the house. The house to use for the show. Right.
Let's use the assets at our disposal. We've got 2,000 people just sitting in a park looking at artwork that are the exact target demographic we want to have. They're less than 5 miles from the house.
As our group, we were having some difficulty, I guess just totally cohesing and together with one another. We were all writing and doing different tasks, but the tasks weren't coming together as a whole. So here's the list of what we have: bird watchers, wildlife. These are all the different niches that of people that would, maybe from here or not from here, in order to broaden that market. Jamie, I was trying to read to her and show her her part and where she was coming in. So I went to write it and show her, and we weren't communicating properly. So I finally had to say, well, just stop and listen to me. And then finally she stopped, came over. We got past that whole deal, and then she was able to see where her part came in. The ultimate goal is finding out who's even interested in this stuff. Because you know what, we don't want to sell to somebody who hates wildlife. Oh gosh, I hate animals, they're so gross, that's why I like the big city. So you know what, we don't even want to bother with those people. So let's cut to the chase and find the people that would even be interested in this house.
So the story for the local market is we're still using the website, but now we're adding the video story.
Yeah, we're changing the rules.
So that's changing the rules there. We're
making them
over
play
this
by
whole
our
entire last few days, I've been very frustrated with a particular member of our team. And that member is Jason Henderson. In our first task, he was supposed to get our landing page up, and he blamed it on the new operating system on the laptop. But I'm not so sure about that. Like, you know, can't you sort of work around that? If you're gonna step up to the plate, will you not find a way? Today, I delegated to him the task of taking the copy that Jamie and Jason wrote and in bullet form, put it on the PowerPoint. And he kept asking me, you know, well, what exactly do I want in the title, this and that. And if everybody has a job in the group, you need to use your own skills. And if you don't think that they're there, then you should speak up. But you need to use your own skills and not ask so many questions about other people because they got other jobs that they're doing as well. It just seems to me, I'm not seeing the effort there.
We would then begin building commitment with our list by sending out a free product. So that's building commitment and reciprocity. They feel like, wow, they just gave me something for free.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put that.
Steve was good. I think, you know, so he was probably in a bit of a hard situation being with many women.
I'm just trying to figure out like where do we want to like hit the market?
I thought we didn't want to do a target market.
No target market at all? I think we should just like lay it out here real quick.
I'm not a realtor, so I'd ask Wynn about that, but it sure looks, yeah, that's 2 times now. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'd ask him. I would think you could call him an estate.
There was Wynn, and then I looked back over, and then there was Jeff, and I was just like, Wynn? I was like, I said something. I was just like, so in real estate, and he's like, well, I really don't know much about real estate. He's like, I mainly focus on product launches. And I was like, oh, you're Jeff again. He's like, yep, for the 2nd time. And then it happened again, so that was wonderful.
So start out talking with Wynn, or we open up talking about the house, or kind of like...
I think, do we want to just, it's a presentation trying to sell the idea, so I think when we start out talking about how we came up with the idea, or whatever we need to say to sell it.
To sell the house, okay.
No, not to sell the house.
Just to sell the idea. Idea, okay.
Yeah, I just mean in general, what am I writing about?
Yeah, so we can't do that, so basically we just have to say maybe we want to save $100,000 on this house. We'll say like, but there's a catch, and if you want to either reinvest in it, you can do that, but you'll have to act now. So option we're supposed to find out more, like details about it.
That's there, I like that.
And then we'll just like, you know,
You won't ruin it, but if you're not comfortable, then you don't have to.
So what are you most comfortable with? Because I think you're the most uncomfortable right now as far as...
She doesn't have to speak if she doesn't want to.
Oh, you don't have to? Okay. Would you feel comfortable not speaking though? But like, I don't want that to be... Because I kind of want to utilize everybody.
Right, I don't mind saying a small part.
Yeah, well, so on that board there, what do you see as far as like, that you can embellish on most effectively? You don't feel comfortable talking?
Not at this stage because I haven't got anything done. I don't want to mess up for you guys. So I would rather...
When you're in a group, you have to go with the general group consensus, and I'm not a very sort of strong leader, so I would rather sort of sit back and watch and kind of get involved that way and take my part, but that's something I need to work on.
Right, so we start out at the price that they have it now, and we go up in increments of, what, $25,000?
If we want to build it up, instead of placing like a drop-dead bid on the very last day, then that's what, I mean, there's 2 ways to do it.
Yeah, I like that.
Let's do it.
I think Laura may stay. I think Steve, it's either between Laura or Steve that will stay. Between the 2 of them. The other 2, Debbie and Carly, I think are definitely going. We're going to broaden and widen our market, and here's how. We are going to use online marketing in a way to
to provide and find niches that are coincide with the features of the home, such as just the outdoors, people interested in outdoors, people interested in like storm watching, people interested in hunting, fishing. Most people don't know this neighborhood, the people that have been there, other than that couple, they've been there for 30 years or more. Houses do not come up on that street all the time. As you can see, again, our focus is this story and connecting with them and allowing the prospects to see what they're not just getting a home, they're getting an experience.
Thank you, Team Kiss. You may all step forward on the platform.
The one thing I really didn't hear is I didn't hear any real plan.
I got that too. Free product, contests, videos, but
no cohesive plan.
Jason, you said you were willing to make an offer on the spot. The house is still available. So
I already told them. I said if I win, you'll have my offer immediately.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We have a problem. We have a problem. This problem is the house that's been sitting on a market for 18 months with no offers, and we need to find the right target audience for this house and sell it. Architecturally, it's extremely unique, and we have to find an individual who will appreciate the uniqueness of those features. Why don't we go after and try to find artists or people who appreciate art, people who collect art? How do we find a list of such people? We're gonna have to go out and find somebody that already has a list. Galleries are loaded with art, they're networked with artists. They have lists not only of artists, but customers. With that, gentlemen, thank you for the time. I want to open it up to any questions if you might have any, but thank you very much.
good ideas, great presentation.
You guys really looked for a market that would appreciate this house.
Thor, you've got some great natural charisma. You did a good job. Excellent job of presenting.
Team Bullseye was really well presented. I think if the owners implement their idea and they sell it, that would be totally awesome. I could totally envision it, and I think that's the point of the presentation, to see how well you can deliver the idea and make it imaginable for people, and I think they really got the bullseye on that one.
I apologize that this is probably the messiest plan you have ever seen in your life. This concept is hot, it's gutsy, and it just might work. We're gonna give them a little bit here and there. We're gonna give them a little picture here and there. We're gonna just tease them. Right here, we start getting in real prospects. From the 22nd to the 29th, we are going to offer the house each day. It's gonna go up $25,000.
Give me just a second. You're all great people. You are. I like you all very much. But this plan is an utter disaster. This is just a train wreck of nearly biblical proportions.
I have learned that I will never again say it might just work. Even though Jeff said it's okay to say it sometimes, I guess it just slipped off the tongue, and that was definitely one of the things that made Joel jump out of his chair.
Debbie, you kind of said it when you started. You said this just might work, as if you're not even really sure that this plan is going to come together. Because I'm thinking, if I want to buy a house, you're telling me I can't see the house. I'm ready to buy now. I've got to wait a week or 2 weeks. This would frustrate the tar out of me if I was shopping for a home. And I don't understand. If I'm buying a house and you tell me, well, if I buy it today, I get it for this price, but tomorrow I come back and it's going to be $25,000 more. You and I both know that the real estate market is such that there's always give and take.
I thought the Sandbox team was, I agree 100% with Joel. That was, I'm putting myself in the shoes of a realtor and saying, okay, this is your plan for me to sell a $500,000 house. It's on a marker board and it's half erased. And come on, that doesn't fly.
The Sandbox team is out of the competition. May we please have the 2 remaining teams take the platform. Team Kiss, Bullseye Group. I'm going to make this easy. I think there's clearly one team that was able to accomplish the goal of creating a campaign to relaunch the house better than the other. The Bullseye team hit the target. Congratulations.
We won, and not only did we win, the realtor wants us to put together this campaign for him.
All teams are now dismissed. Thank you.
We'll just have to go in there, plead our case, and see what happens.
I think the person that has the best chance of staying out of the group would probably be Laura. She's been stepping up every single challenge. She gets a little better and a little better and a little better. You know, Carly, she didn't even talk tonight. I mean, maybe that's because they ran out of time. I don't know if she had a part in the whole thing or not, but she didn't talk at the end. She just made no effort to step forward and contribute. And so I think Laura's going to be the one that stays and the others are going to go.
It's going to be like Carly or Laura. Laura's going to stay. I think that would be my guess. Yeah, because Laura's going to do it and she's a stronger.
You are no longer the Sandbox team. Because for 3 of you, this is going to be the end of the road. I want you to tell me why you should be the one to stay in the competition.
I really do feel like I brought a lot to the table today, even if it wasn't heard all the way through. I think that I did do a really good job.
Jeff, have any questions for Laura?
To bring you up to speed, Laura confused me with the win twice today.
3 times actually.
Relationships are way important.
Right.
And so, you know, I was up on stage for 2 hours talking to you.
Heather?
Laura, you did definitely improve today. Sometimes you didn't communicate your ideas as effectively as you could. Sometimes I get the feeling there's either maybe a lack of self-esteem or that you're so cute that you've been able to get things your whole life without having to go further than that. And you know pressure is part of business.
Hi, Carly. Why should it be you that gets to stay?
I have a lot of experience. I've worked in marketing for 6 years. I've done PR, I've done sales. I'm just not used to the kind of the pressure that I'm under, but as you said, you know, it's that kind of environment.
Jeff?
I feel like I don't know you. That's the thing I felt is I literally have no notes whatsoever about you because I just didn't notice you contributing.
Heather?
I can see what Jeff means. It's almost like you've withdrawn and disappeared from the group, so we can't see you shine because you're not shining.
Steve, as a leader, you know, it was good to see you step up, but you didn't take them in a direction that led you to any kind of victory. Why should you be the one to stay?
I think age has a lot to do with it. I think I can really open up a lot of eyes. But I was just like, it's like I've worked with a lot of older people before. They see me and them when they were my age.
The energy I felt from you this entire day is of extreme openness, extreme willingness to listen, willingness to take criticism. I hear a lot of things that to me say, yeah, this takes you a long way in business.
I would chalk up today's performance to one bad day.
Yeah, that's basically, I'm not in my element.
I'd add fight.
I think that I should be the one to stay because today we wouldn't have had a presentation if I had not been there.
It just wasn't appealing at all, didn't draw me in, and you know how I feel about the concept. But you know, I also appreciate the fact that you have to come up with something, and this might not be in an area that you are familiar with.
Well, I beg to differ from you. I've studied for my real estate license. I've had a house that in a very similar situation, and if I had had the kind of information that you gave me today and the ideas, I would have tried that myself.
Well, I guarantee you, I am totally convinced that Jeff Walker could probably take any business model and concept and applying what he knows, turn it into a winner. But what was brought to the table was minus Jeff Walker. Jeff?
That's a lot of good ideas coming from Debbie, and a lot of even like, yeah, the whiteboard was awful.
I agree.
But there was a whole different diagram on the original whiteboard. I'm like, that's pretty cool stuff.
When they had the circle with the
that was like,
what happened to the circle?
That was cool. I don't know. And I might end up using that actually. When you said might work, I mean, I was right there. When you said might work, it was like,
that is something that I use in my marketing.
The time you use that is when you come from a place of huge authority. That's the time where you can use something like that very effectively. But when you're coming from the sandbox team,
Now what I saw today was the flip side of what we saw the other day. Now in this case, he was the leader, you were not. There was a bit of a power struggle. So I don't know if it just happened to be two men, but you use the phrase gutsy woman a lot. And I think you put a lot of weight on your identity of being a woman in particular, instead of just being a marketer, being a potential millionaire. There doesn't have to be gender involved.
I'm taking your advice, but that's a fine line because I am who I am, and the women who do business with me and that I'm trying to represent count on that.
Okay, Carly, I feel as you do that in this particular niche, you're kind of like a fish out of water. And because of that, I'm sorry to tell you, you've been eliminated. Yep. Okay. So Steve, you were the team leader. You had a chance to step up. Look, you're a kid still. I see an incredible amount of potential with you, and I think you're going to do very, very well. I encourage you to continue learning about internet marketing, and who knows, maybe that JV will come one day. But for right now, I'm sorry to tell you that you've been eliminated. Debbie, you are a gutsy woman. There's no doubt about it. But I wonder if the target that you have is so gender-based that it almost prohibits me from reaching the mass market as I attempt to do with my JV partners. But Laura, I'm wondering if you're really going to be able to ratchet it up, accelerate it, that next notch. Because the little bit of ramp up we've seen today is a start, but we would really need to see, some rocket fuel. Do you have that in you? I'm wondering. I've got to give somebody another chance, and I want to give somebody another chance. Because of the way, Debbie, that you present yourself as a strong woman, which I admire, and because of your adventurous spirit and the many things you've accomplished, I think you're going to do incredible things. But if you ask me if you're going to be the right JV partner for me, you might ask, do you see? And I'm afraid I would have to say, I don't. So I'm sorry to tell you that you've been eliminated. Laura, you've lived to survive another day. You're still in the competition. And I want to see the rocket fuel. You have accomplished a lot in 3 days. It's time to really ramp it up. For those of you who will be leaving now and who have been eliminated, you have a choice to make. Since you're no longer in the competition, you may keep your e-commerce chips, or you may give them to any player that is still in the game. What would you like to do?
I will give them to Nico.
Really want to see Jason win this thing, so.
What's Jason?
Oh, Jason Marshall.
Jason Marshall.
I would like to give mine to Laura.
Laura, give her a big hug.
I think that she is the deserved winner. I would love her to win.
That's pretty sweet.
Thanks, David.
Well, thank you very much. We'll make sure that these e-commerce chips go to Jason Marshall and to Nico. And you may now exit the complex.
All right.
Good luck.
Fun.
Smiley faces all around. No, don't cry.
Debbie's a little too gutsy for Joel.
I knew that when I said that I have to hang on to my own persona, and Joel just said, okay, I've heard enough, that he had made up his mind. So
I was angry at everything and still excited and nervous. I just wanted to pick up the table and flip it over and just be done with it.
Just reflecting today, I had a chance to shine, being a leader and everything, and I just didn't pull through, so I think that's what they virtually saw. So
I did kind of slip into the background a little bit when I should have stepped it up, and I I will beat myself up about that, but I'll learn from it. So I think that I'll go home and I will just succeed. I'll never give up.
Regardless of what situation you're in, you know, figure out what you want in life, you know, be passionate about it and just like do whatever it takes. Put it online and just go all out. Don't listen to your family, don't listen to your friends. Anybody that's gonna stop you, only take the people that want to, you know, help you really succeed in life.
Got to See Women is about helping women create more success in their lives and in their businesses, and that's my passion, and that's what I'm going to make happen. The ideas that were given to me in the last 3 days and the people that I met up with are really going to help warp speed what I'm doing in my business right now.
I really want Laura to win because me and her we've become very close and we'll stay very close. And I would love her to go far because I can see the potential in her.
Right now I'm just like chopped beef. Chopped liver is expressionary chopped liver.
She's overcoming all her fears, and you know, as the days go on, I think she'll become stronger. And I think that a quality like that, when you get to the end, is a very deserving winner.
Right now I just feel like chopped liver. Or cut bait even, you know, just kind of thrown out or chump, whatever. Either way, I just kind of am really nervous about going in tomorrow.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next episode.
I've learned from this experience that I will probably never, ever, under any circumstance, no matter how much pressure there is, ever audition for a reality show ever again.
Are you okay? And the reply is?
Either he's a complete idiot or...
Who wants to deal with that type of person? Obviously this is one of those people.
Canada's a big country. BC's really far away from Toronto.
And that's why today's Hacker Safe Immunity goes to one person that's much better than you.
Thinking too much about it. You're thinking way too much.
Even if it seems absurd, let me put this on national television.
So what we've got going here is a little bit of a mini debate. Your time's running short. It's not alcohol. Seriously. You can be damn well ready to defend it against the piranhas when they attack you.
Feeling like frustrated.
No, you suck.
That's what we have to defend.
So it looks like it's them and us kind of thing.
Is anybody listening to me?
Yes.
Hello?
The number of times I've said, Nico, what the hell does Costa Rica have to do with this?
None of that determines how much money you're going to be earning 5 years from now. There's only one thing that really determines that. And that single factor is, I think both of these teams are going to kick some ass.
The growth of the internet has led to more opportunities for prosperity than ever before. The myth of making money online from home in your pajamas is no longer a myth. The internet has made it a reality. Now, I invite you to become a part of this group of entrepreneurs by becoming a Next Internet Millionaire Insider. As a member, you'll receive your own internet business on CD-ROM shipped directly to your door. This CD is packed with video tutorials, instructional ebooks, website templates, and 64 products that you can begin selling online immediately. It has all the tools and resources you need to get your internet business up and running quickly. And as an insider, you'll have the ability to ask questions, participate in exclusive teleseminars, and receive access to a special members-only website. To learn more, go to www.nextinternetmillionaire.com and enter your name and email address in the form on the page. Thanks for watching The Next Internet Millionaire. I look forward to seeing you as an insider.